Hi, everybody. My name is Kim Perry, and I am the Food Access Director for Urban Harvest. And I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine. She is Mrs. Jamila Jones, and she owns Pretty Little Planters. She is uh, an excellent carpenter, and she builds garden boxes as well as many other different planter boxes. So, I want to highlight her as we're getting ready for the springtime. And Houstonians, we're getting, a lot of us have been gardening, especially last year with COVID. So she helped me out a lot. She built beautiful planters for me personally. So I'd like to tell you all about her. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Jamila.
As Kimberly said, I'm Jamila Jones and I own Pretty Little Planters. We custom make planter and garden boxes, raised garden planters. So we fit them to your specific needs and whatever it is that you may be gardening or growing or using around your home and or business. We've been in operation for, this will be our second year full time now. So we are having a lot of fun, learning a lot of things, and meeting a lot of new friends with their gardening ideas and tips. And our planters aren't just made for plants. We have several customers who have purchased them for turtles. So they make them for turtle enclosures. So the more
Nice.
unique the project you use it for, the more interested and happy we are to see all the different uses for our boxes.
Okay, okay. So if you don't mind me asking you a couple questions, how why do you choose what type of wood do you have in front of you and why that type of particular wood?
We work a lot with cedar wood, and the main reason for doing that is because of the benefits of cedar all around. Um, it is not the cheapest of the woods in the family, but it is the best quality for gardening and for planting. Cedar is naturally weather resistant to the elements, so the water, sun, heat, especially here in Houston, where we get tons of different types of weather, the heat, the cold. You're going to have a lot of resistance to that, which means that your planter is going to have a longer lifespan. Once the wood itself does start to die out, as naturally wood does, there's no forever wood. It will naturally become biodegradable into your soil area. So all you have to do is just replace that one part.
Okay. Okay. So for example, this wood in front of us, would you say it lasts for a year or longer?
It's definitely going to last longer than a year.
Okay.
Your cedar will typically, whether it's white cedar or red cedar, we generally use red cedar, will typically last anywhere from 6 to 10 years, depending on the elements that it's exposed to. Cedar over time will naturally turn a grayish type of color. Um, Once it hits around the 5 year mark or so, it will naturally turn its own color. At that point, you would just kind of keep an eye on it, but you don't really need to do anything to it. But 6 to 10 years easy, you'll get out of cedar.
Okay. Now, I know about my backyard, and I have all these small little spots. I have all these small spots. Do you customize boxes as well?
Yes, pretty much every box that we make is custom. We do have standard boxes on our website, which is prettylittleplanters.com. Um, those are our standard boxes that we ship all over the U.S. So those ones are pretty much are made to fit apartment balconies, most small porch areas, small areas in the backyard. But you can customize to fit any area that you may need.
Okay, okay. So tell us a little bit about the box in front of you.
This box is actually a custom order for a customer. It's a 3x2. This is a good size box for small items. We generally don't know what people are going to be planting in their planters. We sometimes will ask if they're unsure about what size they should get. Um, but if you go to the website and there is not anything there that really fits your need, then like we said, we just customize it. This one here in front of us, she's just going to be growing some small leafy greens, I believe. So we just adjusted the depth a little bit. I recommend to her for it to be a little bit deeper just for the roots. because initially she wanted a little bit shallower, but shallower is only good for herbs.
Okay, nice. So if I were to call you tomorrow, how long would it take to complete my planter box, say for something like that, and right in front of us?
We generally run 3 to 5 days.
3 to 5 days.
3
That
to
is
5
super
days.
quick.
Yes, we try to
What?
operate closer to 3.
Okay.
Right now we are averaging about 4.
Okay.
So we're working on, getting it down, but, we are a small business and we do as much as we can every day.
Okay.
But we appreciate all the love and support that we get, so we really try and get our orders out very quickly.
All right. So you have to hurry up and get those orders in if you want that 3 to 5 mark, because springtime is coming.
We would love it. I hate it if we would have to go to, a 7-day push, but we may be getting there. So,
right.
We're not mad about it. We don't like it, but we're not mad about the business either. So.
Right. All right. So do you have any garden boxes that are finished that you can show us?
We're actually going to finish this one really quick.
Okay.
And then you will be able to see the finished product. So it's about 2/3 of the way done. We're just going to insert the bottom and then attach the legs, and it'll be ready to go.
All right. So, okay, guys, I'm going to come a little bit closer so we can see this.
So we've already built the box itself, and
Right.
I've already pre-measured and pre-cut all of my bottom boards.
All
And
right.
so they'll fit right inside like a glove.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And so, of course, when you're working with wood, it's not going to be perfect, as with any natural product. You shouldn't expect it to be. We use a lot of raw cedar, so there may be some wood knots. There's going to be, some of the edges may not be perfectly straight. So we do a lot of measuring and cutting.
Nice.
And then we have our little finished board.
Look at that little custom piece. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Right there in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I always leave just a hair of space in between just for extra drainage.
Okay.
Because we're not sealing up the seams, it's going to drain naturally whether I did this or not.
Okay.
But I just aesthetically like the way it looks.
Okay.
So I am all about the little details.
All right, and look at those screws magnetized on there.
So I can kind of see where my support beam is. And I just screw those right in there. Straight down in a line. This step really isn't necessary because once you put the soil in, clearly the bottom isn't going to go anywhere.
Right.
But I like to make sure that our products are sturdy and are going to last.
Okay.
And if you should ever want to move the planter around, I don't want your bottom to come out.
Okay.
So like I said, this isn't a necessary step. It's pretty much a little bit of overkill, but I like it just for the extra support.
Yes. And for all you gardeners out there, you can also add a little bit of landscaping fabric.
Yes.
And that will extend the life of your box even more.
I've even
Alright.
treated some people when they start to turn a little color, like to prevent that from happening. You can actually treat it with a tiny bit of teak oil on the outside. It'll help
Okay.
keep the natural color that you see.
Okay.
I would just be careful with that because remember, anything that you put on your wood is going to seep into your soil, which will then be in your plants.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that anything you use is going to be okay for your body as well.
Okay. Look at that. I mean, she's building this in like record time, y'all. So, I want to take this home. Are you sure this one's spoken for, Jamila?
I am very positive this one's
Aw.
already spoken for.
I'm ready to buy another one. I'm excited just seeing it.
So, and we double support the legs, so we put screws on the inside and the outside.
Let's go a little closer.
I will tell you that when you go to our website, again, it's prettylittleplanters.com. Anything that is shipped, we pre-drill the holes for.
Okay.
However, the legs are not attached,
Okay.
just for shipping purposes. So we pre-drill the holes, and you will have to actually attach your legs.
Okay, look at that. Very nice. Very nice. So this is a custom garden box. Y'all.
And I believe I told this customer her box was going to be ready on Thursday.
Look at that.
But I always try and give myself a few extra days.
Yes. Yes.
We never know what can happen in life, so.
You never know, especially in Houston. It's like
Yes.
too much rain, not driving, too much wind, too much cold. People don't go
Yes.
outside.
And we like to, under promise and over deliver, so.
Yes. Well, I am definitely thrilled about my box, personally, and it's filled with soil. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice.
I'm just going to attach this here.
So,
After this, we just have one more leg to put on really quick.
all right. I'm super excited.
I always pre-cut and measure all the wood to make sure it's level, so once it's all done, it'll be nice and level on the ground.
Okay. And that is a perfect size box for collard greens, mustard greens, lettuces. You can even plant, it's even the perfect depth for carrots and things of that nature.
Yes, you can get, small vegetables that grow underground. The only one I would say you need a lot of depth for is potatoes.
Yes, yes. But
Sorry if we hurt your ears.
and given the fact that it's elevated, that works really well with those of us who don't bend down as much as we used to.
Yes. We, believe it or not, I would say 90% of our orders are for raised garden beds.
Oh, wow.
It's very hard on people to bend over for extended periods of time,
Yes.
even
Yes.
if you're a young person, to do their gardening.
Right.
So, again, we get 90% of our orders are for raised.
Okay.
Last screw here.
Last screw. Very excited to see this. All right. Let's see our finished product. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. Oh, man.
And it's
I
all
am
ready to go.
Yes. Just one more time, Jamila. Are you sure it's spoken for?
I am positive,
Oh.
but you know what? We can make however many more we need to the same exact way for whoever would like one.
All right, guys. So there you have it, Miss Jamila Jones. So if you are ready for your garden box, go ahead and you can contact her at
prettylittleplanters.com. We also have our Facebook page, which is also at Pretty Little Planters.
All right. Until next time.